Good morning. Welcome to your Friday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, and we have a wonderful card today. I don't know as though I've had this word come across my path in quite some time, but today's the day. Today's the day. So let's just take some nice deep breaths in and out, settling into the moment. Maybe you're smelling coffee. Good morning, Carolyn. In, out. Just breathing deeply, bringing yourself into this present moment. In and out. And wiggle a little bit. There we are, all ready for today's message. So, the card comes from the Allowing Prayers deck by Siobhan Nash. 57 invitations to spark a conversation with your soul. Thank you for the lovely hearts and rainbow. Good morning, Cindy. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. And I love this little deck because, first of all, the cards themselves are so tranquil, aren't they? Just tranquil. Love the colors, and the size is fabulous because I can hold them in my hand and not be dropping them as I'm trying to shuffle them. So, our word for today is enchantment. Allow enchantment. So, I want you to just think right off the bat, what comes to your mind? Good morning, Jennifer. Glad you are here. What comes to your mind when you think about that word enchantment? You know, do you think fairy tales? Do you think Cinderella? What do you think? Do you think of nature? Good morning, Mel. Glad you are here. When you hear the word enchantment, what comes to your mind? Okay? And today there's 3 questions for us to ponder. So I'd love to have Cindy put them in the feed if she would, please. Thank you, thank you. Magic. You think of magic when you hear the word enchantment. Yep. Awesome. What else comes to mind when you think of enchantment? It does feel kind of magical, doesn't it? So, good morning, Judy. Welcome. Here is our first question, or our first statement that kind of puts us in the position to then answer the other questions. Think of a person, place, or thing that fascinates you. That fascinates you. The first thing that popped into my head was being a little kid and being fascinated with twins. How could 2 people look the same? Good morning, Lucy. Glad you're here. I just couldn't get my brain wrapped around that. There were a set of twins that lived kitty corner off the back corner of my house. Good morning, Gwen. And they were a boy and a girl, but they looked very much the same facial features. And when I was in school, there were 2 sets of twins in my class, 1 set of boys, 1 set of girls, and I was just fascinated by how they looked just the same. What fascinates you? So think of a person, place, or thing that fascinates you. I'm glad you're here too, Mel. This is good. This is good. And here is the first question. What qualities does that person, place, or thing that fascinates you possess that enchants you? What qualities does it possess that enchant you? So think about that. That's probably a step further than most of us have ever taken it in terms of we acknowledge that something enchants us, but we don't ask what it is about that something that enchants us. Is it its color? Is it its shape? Is it how it moves? Is it what it can do? What about that person, place, or thing fascinates you? Again, for me with the twins, it was because they looked exactly alike. How could that be? That was so strange. Then I thought maybe I had a twin out there, and I went looking for that twin. No twin to be found, but it was an interesting adventure. And then the third question is, how do these attributes reflect your true self? Those qualities that person, place, or thing that fascinates you, that enchants you, how do those attributes reflect your true self? Because we can, the namaste, the divine in me honors the divine in you. We can see in others that which is reflected in us. So, useful to take a look at what is it that enchants us in others. How is that present in ourselves? How is that present in ourselves? Can we allow ourselves to see it? Can we allow ourselves to develop it, to put it out there more? For instance, if someone is a really good singer and I appreciate how well they sing, Have I allowed myself to develop my own singing talents? If someone's a really good conversationalist and I appreciate that ability in them, have I allowed myself to develop my own conversational abilities? I believe oftentimes what we are attracted to in others is something that we haven't allowed ourselves to develop fully. Yes, yes, yes. All kinds of awesome stuff coming up here. This is good. So, what attracts you to someone else? What are the qualities in them that you find attractive? I think back on my now ex-husband, and we mirrored each other very well at that point in our lives. And that was an appealing thing to both of us. What about for you? What are the things that attract you in others? Have you allowed yourself to develop those fully? If not, what would be one step you could take to develop that more fully? I was feeling a little bummed this morning when I was outside because the weather index is so bad. It's just basically unhealthy for anybody to be out there right now. And I really would like to go for a walk. I suppose I could put on a mask and go for a walk, but unconditional love and nurturing, that's good, that's good. Yes, see that reflected in others and allow yourself to develop that as fully in you as you can. But being able to engage with the world feels a little bit limited right now because of the crappy air quality. So I'm going to ask myself, what can I do instead? I might go to a coffee shop and just sit there and write for a while, just to connect, put myself out there, have a chat with the barista, whatever. Good morning, Peggy. Glad you are here. But again, what this also does for me is it reiterates how important it is for me to have people around me. That puts more wind in my sails with regard to creating intentional community. I think that's a piece that is ready now in my world to really take some big steps forward. Sunday there's going to be a meeting and a conversation that will allow us to have more direction on moving forward with this project. So I'm looking forward to hearing the results of that conversation. So glad you're all greeting each other. That's lovely. This is a place where we can all connect, even though we're far flung. I mean, we're in multiple states, multiple countries, etc. But we can still connect here. And hopefully what that does, because I know there's the common lament right now that because we're all connecting so heavily on media, that we're not connecting face to face. Let's flip that around a little bit though. Let's view this, what we're doing. We're up to 11 people. That's fabulous. What we're doing here now, connecting with each other. Good morning, good morning. Glad you are here. Is setting the stage for us to be able to connect face to face with people. Some of us may need to do a little work pushing ourselves to get out of the house, to go somewhere, to do something, and to not just do I'm going to the grocery store, I'm doing the same route through the store I always do, I'm getting my groceries and I'm getting out of there. Could you chat with the clerk? And some of you are going to say, there isn't even a clerk. Sometimes there is. The poor person who has to stand at the end of all the self-checkouts and deal with all of us crabby people when the screen tells us something stupid like, put back what you've taken from the bagging area. Whatever. Machinery. But allowing conversation, connection. Good morning, Carmel. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Allowing conversation. Push yourself out of your comfort zone just a little bit. Smile at somebody. Say hi to somebody. I waved at some guy who was walking today because he kept staring at my dog like, is that thing going to attack? So I just waved. Connect with somebody today. Connect with somebody. I also have been getting a tug from the universe to contact a particular friend about going out for coffee. So I will do that today. I'm making that commitment here on Facebook Live so that you all know to hold me accountable for, did I reach out to Kathy? I will. So allowing enchantment. Think of a person, place, or thing that fascinates you. What qualities does that person, place, or thing possess that enchant you? Georgia. Peggy's in Georgia. Awesome, awesome. I'm in Wisconsin. I know there's quite a few from Michigan who are on here. I know we have North Carolina. We have all kinds of places. We have Canada. Lots of places. And I have had the experience in my lifetime where some friends of mine, one who lived in the state and one who didn't live in the state, because of me, connected, and they continue to visit each other in these different states that the one person had never been to that other state. So yes, we have our resident Canadian. Awesome, awesome. So in Canada's a place I've only been to twice, and not to big cities. Basically just crossing the border to say I had, Sault Ste. Marie. We need to go do things. We need to get out and be. I was talking to my neighbor across the street yesterday. He's 87, I think, and his thing has always been to go to Australia. He spends a chunk of time most years in Australia. That kind of got nipped in the bud with COVID, but he's talking again about going to Australia. So where do you want to go? Let's make it happen. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. So I just got back, and I also sent a bunch of pictures to my sister who isn't on Facebook. I had sent some to family and friends during the course of the trip, and then because she's not on Facebook, I just sent her a bunch yesterday. I want to go visit her. I haven't been out there in years. My son and my daughter-in-law live out there also. I want to go visit. Sometimes it's just carving out the time and making something happen, right? And I'll tell you something else. This one was a hoot. I was waffling on whether or not I was going to sign up this year to go on the Portugal-Spain trip because of all that's going on in my life, whatever. So, you all know Dove chocolate, right? I'm sitting, where was I? It was at some restaurant, I think. I don't remember where I was, but I was sitting there and I had a Dove chocolate, this Dove chocolate. Opened it up, and what does it say? Book the flight. Book the flight. And it was by Brie M in Michigan. I know a Brie M in Michigan. I just thought that was hilarious. Good morning, Bonnie. Welcome. Glad you're here. Book the flight. Sometimes the universe sends us messages in hilarious ways, cheeky ways. So that day, I got online and I signed up for that trip. To me, I couldn't have had a clearer message, right? So what messages are you getting that would allow enchantment? Allow enchantment. What's some enchanting things that you can do? It can be cheesy stuff. You want to go buy a glitter paint set. I don't know. What do you want to do? Go ahead and do it. There was a yesterday's meditation that I do for the Episcopal Diocese. It was a guy named Erwin Raphael McManus. Oh, good for me for remembering all three names. And he is a coach, and he's a faith-based coach. But I wanted to learn a little more about him, since we were going to be doing the meditation on his writings. And he talked about how we allow ourselves to have a near-life experience. A near-life experience. Good morning. Glad you're here. He says, we hold back. We don't allow ourselves to live fully. We don't jump in with both feet. We don't allow ourselves to get messy. We don't let ourselves make mistakes, etc., etc. Are you having a near-life experience? Cut that out. Let's have a full life experience, all right? Let's really dig in and live and get messy and try some things, etc. Yes, isn't that interesting? A near-life experience. We almost allow ourselves to take the step that would bust everything open. We almost allow ourselves to talk to the person we're afraid to talk to. Good morning, Veronica. Glad you are here. Welcome. Fabulous. Yes. Don't think you're going to sign up. Do it, girlfriend. Do it. Sign up. This stuff comes across our paths for reasons. And I sign up for a lot of stuff that I'm like, I don't know why I'm signing up for this, but it came across my path and it spoke to me, so I'm going to show up available. The people who've signed up for My 2 workshops tomorrow. I'm sure quite a few of them have the thought in their head. I'm not sure why I'm signing up for this, but I'm going to go and we're going to see what happens. Do that. Do that. Take the step. Try something. Book the flight. Let's have a life here. I do not want for any of us to get to the end of our life and go, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. I wish I had done that. I wish I had done that. Most people at the end of their life do not have regrets about things they did. They have regrets about things they didn't do. Do some shit. All right? So, allow enchantment. That is our card for today. Think of a person, place, or thing that fascinates you. What qualities does that person, place, or thing possess that enchant you? Good morning, Susan. How do these attributes reflect your true self? And actually tomorrow, that is the second workshop we're going to be doing, which is exploring our true selves. The first one is about stepping into your bold self, unloading the stuff that does not serve us. And then in the afternoon, we're going to explore our true selves. Who are we really? When we let go of all the crap that we've piled on ourselves to become acceptable to other people, who are we really? And can we be willing to take the steps into the discomfort of maybe alienating a few people when we truly step into who we are? So that's going to be tomorrow. Looking forward to tomorrow, so I'll still do the early morning intuitive guidance before I head over there to set up. And you all have a wonderful Friday. Get off your butts. Let's go do something. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including living a life of enchantment. Bye-bye.